Right, today's look at Suck My Kiss. Awesome track from Red Hot Chili Peppers' Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic. I've liked this one since school. I'm that old. It's a great album. Guitar tone-wise, there's plenty of great videos actually on this. I'm using a Kemper, but essentially it's a sort of a Marshall sound, not too distorted because I'm getting some distortion from a DS pedal, a drive pedal, and then have a chorus pedal on stereo chorus, which kind of sounds like a rotary speaker, but it's chorus, and it gives you this sort of sound. Okay, it's really, really nice. We are in standard tuning, so let's start with the main riff. Okay, as I had in the play along, there's tabs underneath, so you can kind of follow that. But I'm going to talk about a few things in here. It's not the easiest song. The thing about John's playing is he's so creative. You know, the chord voicings that he uses and things like that are really creative. So that's one of the most interesting things I think about this song. The other one is the rhythm. The rhythm that I suppose the main riff and some of the other guitar and bass unison parts are happening there. That's what gives it the interest. It's not sort of a strummy. There's really nice rhythm happening there between Flea and John. So the first riff, let's break it down. Okay, I talked about creativity and interesting voicings. The first part. That chord there, first fret on the A string, and then the D and G strings open. Okay, is kind of unusual, and it's kind of tricky not to hit that high B. Sometimes you hear him hit the high B. Oh, I was going to say actually, really the only reason I could accurately learn this is that I found an isolated guitar track, and they are just gold. So whoever posted that, thank you. That really gets into the nuance and allows you sort of to pick out the exact chords that he's using. Okay, so anyway, that first part. Okay, 2 downstrokes on the F and the G. Sort of then I sort of slap my hand down. It's not in mute, I just slap it down, and then I do downstroke. And then down, down. Again, so everything downstrokes on that first part there. And then a down, up, mute. All right. Fourth time, we're going to go into that little run. Okay. Okay, actually think of G minor pentatonic there, okay? So, Hammer on, third to 5. Okay, again, it's in the tab there. Nothing kind of too tricky there. I suppose the part once you get to the 7 there. Switch your fingers is probably the only tricky part there. So I'm coming up either on 4 or 3, and then I switch to my first finger. Again, just some notes there on the technique, I suppose. Look at the tab for the exact notes to play. Okay, the verse is great. Okay. Watch the down and the upstrokes there. Down, down, mute, up. And then another upstroke on the F going up to the G. Okay, second part of that. I use my fourth finger. He uses his third. I think you can use whatever's comfortable. Tricky part there is you got to go from the 1 on the A straight down to the 1 on the E. All right. I think it's probably easier to control your right hand just hitting the bottom sort of 2-3 strings in terms of your mutes and everything, rather than strumming everything. It'll be a lot easier to do it that way. All right, going into that pre-chorus. Really nice. Again, these creative voicings there. He's fretting 3rd fret on the A and D strings. And then 4th fret using your 3rd and 4th fingers. Now I'm barring those two with my first finger. I'm actually hitting both strings there at the same time, and I'm also muting the G string while I'm there. A little bit tricky. If you want, you could do it that way. I don't have big hands, so I find it hard to kind of get those fingers. I probably need to do it that way maybe. But anyway, whatever your fingers are comfortable with, they're the notes. Now I'm hitting the bottom notes and releasing it and then hitting the top note, so I'm not letting them ring out. Listen to the difference. This is if I let them all ring out. Okay, if I only do one at a time. Okay, then the last part, when you're basically moving up a fret, when you hit that 6th fret, you're going straight down. You're replacing the F to the main riff with that F, that first note. Hit this instead, and then go back to the G. Let me play what I mean. Okay. All right, now as we're going into the chorus, another interesting voicing there. He's hitting a B7, just 3 notes. Okay, tricky fingerings there, nice and creative. All right, now let's look at the chorus. All right, the chorus, let's play it. 3, 4. Okay, so doing just an E power chord there. I'm only hitting the bottom 3 strings. Now, the next part is kind of tricky. Again, I mentioned the isolated guitar track. It's the only reason I can accurately do this. Okay, I'm hitting the top of a G5, but I'm not playing the bottom 2 strings, so I don't need that finger, but that's the chord I'm playing. Then I'm bringing the first finger on, as if it was sort of a D sus4. Now the bass is doing G, D, G, D, which is G, D, G, D. So it works, right? But again, I do it all with downstrokes. I think it sounds better. To an A, full A triad there. Second time round, they got that extra little riff. Okay, you're doing a minor third there, B and D, bending it up. You're kind of bending up the G string a bit more than the B, but you're bending them both up, releasing them, and then open those two strings there. Okay, and that's broadly it in terms of, I suppose, some of the challenges with the fingerings. Look at the tab on the play along, but it's such a great song. So creative with the rhythm and the guitar voicings and the tone as well. If you're interested, I forgot to mention actually at one point he I don't think I did it in when I was filming it, but he goes to the bridge pickup on the chorus. So. And then they pick up for the. But anyway, if you're interested in the guitar solo, let me know. Those sorts of things, and we can kind of break that down. It's G minor pentatonic. Anyway, good luck. Suck my kiss from the Chili Peppers. See you next time.